You've managed to exploit a box. You social engineered a username and password out of somebody, and you can log in as them. However, as is typical, you're still only a regular user, a standard user. You now need to perform some post-exploitation, and usually the first thing that you want to accomplish is to escalate privilege. So let's perform some post-exploitation. We'll use the Metasploit module for EternalBlue, PSExec. Now, EternalBlue was one of those tools that the NSA developed, and then shadow brokers leaked it to the general public. Make sure that you have Server 2016 and Kali Linux running, and that they can ping each other. I'm just going to check my IP address, just in case it changed. Nope, 192.168.252.137. All right, that's all I need to know there. The only other thing is, for EternalBlue to work best and be most stable, we need just a regular, non-administrative user account. Maybe we social engineered somebody and we figured out their account. They don't need to be an admin. EternalBlue will do a privilege escalation for us. So when I am looking at my command prompt and I type net user, I can see there's a regular user named Moo. And if I type net local group administrators and enter that, I can see that Moo is not a member, only the administrator. Perfect, that's all I need to know. So I can switch over to Kali, and I can open up Metasploit. Go up to Apps, go down to Exploitation Tools, Metasploit Framework. Sudo password for Kali is Kali. I'm going to clear, and I'm going to search Eternal. Press Enter. There are several variations of EternalBlue. The one at the bottom, although it says great, is only if the NSA has already placed a backdoor in your machine, so that doesn't apply to us. I'm going to use one that works every time, but we need just a Joe Blow user, in my case Moo. I found out Moo's password. I social engineered it out of him. I'm going to use this one, the PSExec version. It attacks PowerShell and then escalates privilege. So I'll go from a normal user up to something much higher. This is number 1 for me. I'm going to use 1. Enter. It's automatically giving me a Meterpreter reverse TCP as my payload. I'll leave it at that. That's fine. I'm going to now see what the options are. Show options. Enter. The ones that are required, I need to know the IP address of the target. I have that. And I need to know, although they say they're not required, you'll have a lot better success if I can provide a password of a regular user and their logon name. Well, I can do that. I'm going to set our hosts to 192.168.252.137. That's my Server 2016 target. And I'm going to set SMB user to Moo. And then I'm going to set SMB pass, and I managed to get it out of Moo. It's capital PA22W0RD, bang. Now Moo is just a regular user. He's not an admin. Press enter. Okay, let me show options again. Everything that requires something, I have it, yeah, okay. And I think I'm ready to go. Let's run. Sometimes you have to run this twice. Just wait one moment and see if we get a Meterpreter shell. It blew up on us. That's all right. We're going to do it again. I'm just going to Control-C. Let me clear. And let me just run again. Press Enter. Okay, now it's going. And now I have a Meterpreter prompt. And what's so nice about Meterpreter is you can do so many things. It's really the gold standard of interactive payloads. The first thing I'm going to do is just find out what I have. Question mark, enter. Scrolling back a bit, there are all sorts of commands. Lots of commands. Let's just press enter. And let's get UID. Who am I? Ooh, look at that. We started as Moo, but I am now as system, which is above administrator. Woo, woo, woo. So there's no need for me to type get system. Watch what happens when I do that. Get system, try to become system level. It says you already are system. Oh, how cool, how cool. Look at this. I could play some kind of wave to kind of scare the person who's sitting at that machine. I could dump hashes. I could also start the mic, start the webcam, I could take pictures, start streaming. This webcam stream doesn't work too well just because of the amount of bandwidth it takes. I could also send keystrokes. I could start capturing keystrokes. I could be a keylogger. I could send mouse events. I could watch the user, what they're doing on their screen in real time, capture screenshots. Oh, that is just so cool. Going back some more. Oh, here's a really good one. I could drop into a shell. In other words, a command prompt. Let's try that. Just press enter. And let's just type shell. Enter. And check it out. I am now here in the command prompt of the target. Let me just see if I can net user hacker. I'm going to create a user called hacker with a password of 1password add. And then let me add them to the local group administrators. Net local group administrators. Oh, got to spell that right. Administrators / add hacker. Enter. Wow. If I net user right here, press enter, I can see that I've added this user hacker. And if I net local group administrators, press enter, I can see that hacker is a member. So this is how we can take advantage of the notorious EternalBlue exploit against Server 2016. There are actually a number of EternalBlue variants of this exploit. The one I've shown you, the PSExec, is the most stable. It works very quickly. I mean, I had to do it twice, big deal. And another nice thing about it is that if I break this connection and come back, I can do it again and again and again because I have not really damaged the target machine. So I want to now drop out of this shell because I created a backdoor for myself. So let me just type exit. I'm now back to the Meterpreter prompt. Let me type exit again. And I am back to my regular Metasploit prompt. So that is how we can use one of the Metasploit modules, in this case EternalBlue, to easily escalate privilege. Now let's move on.